Have you ever paused to ponder the incredibly intricate tapestry that is your existence? Every twist and turn in your life story seems to bring with it the promise of clarity, yet often leads you deeper into a labyrinth of questions. What if I told you that this chaotic nature of our experiences is not an obstacle, but rather have you ever paused to ponder the incredibly intricate tapestry that is your existence? Every twist and turn in your life story seems to bring with it the promise of clarity, yet often leads you deeper into a labyrinth of questions. What if I told you that this chaotic nature of our experiences is not an obstacle, but rather an essential part of our soul's journey? As you venture through this existential maze, you may feel a mix of confusion and curiosity, and that's perfectly normal. Elisabeth Kübler-Ross, a trailblazer in understanding the profound connections between life and death, offers us a lens through which we can begin to make sense of this chaos. Her work profoundly revolutionized how we perceive our struggles and emotions, especially in the context of loss and acceptance. Kübler-Ross introduced us to the 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. These stages are not just a formula, but an invitation to explore the deeper dimensions of our existence and the emotional responses that accompany life's unpredictability. Think about it. When faced with a sudden challenge or loss, what is your initial reaction? You might find yourself denying the reality of the situation, thinking, "This can't be happening to me." It's as if you're at the edge of a steep cliff, looking down into a swirling abyss of uncertainty, hoping that if you just don't look, it may somehow disappear. But denial, while a defensive mechanism that offers temporary relief, often keeps us from embracing the transformative journey our souls are meant to undertake. If you linger too long in denial, you might miss the vital lessons hidden within the chaos. And then comes anger. Perhaps it's directed outward, at the universe, God, or even against yourself. Why is this happening to me? This fiery emotion can burn brightly, illuminating the shadows of uncertainty, yet it can also obscure your path. Kübler-Ross emphasizes that experiencing anger is both natural and necessary. It serves a purpose. It can ignite a desire for change, a push towards action. However, the key lies in recognizing this anger and channeling it constructively rather than allowing it to consume you. Now, imagine your emotions as a complex web, each strand interconnected and affecting others. When you're caught in this web, do you recognize how denial and anger can obscure your true purpose? What if you took a step back, allowing yourself to breathe, and reflected on how these feelings shape your journey? When you see them as natural responses, you begin to unlock a deeper understanding of your soul's path, one that acknowledges the chaos but also embraces the lessons that arise. In this exploration, we must ask ourselves, what does it all mean for our individual existence? How can we navigate through the chaos, armed with the knowledge that every twist and turn is a crucial part of our story? Could it be that by examining our experiences through the lens of Kübler-Ross's stages, we come closer to understanding not just our struggles, but also the beauty of our resilience? As you reflect on your own life's narrative, consider this. Are you willing to step into that chaotic space, to confront denial and anger with an open heart and mind? Because in doing so lies the potential not only for transformation, but for a richer, more fulfilling embrace of your journey. If you're yearning for insights into the mysteries of your existence, subscribe now and tap that notification bell for more life-altering revelations. Together, we'll continue to unravel this extraordinary tapestry of life, exploring the depths and nuances that come with it. As we navigate the murky waters of existence, the emotions of denial and anger often serve as our first responses when faced with life's overwhelming challenges. This isn't just a coincidence. They're fundamental to our human experience. They naturally emerge in reaction to loss, change, or disappointment. But have you ever taken a moment to truly explore these emotions and their implications on your life's journey? Denial acts like a fog, blurring the edges of reality, allowing us to retreat into a comfortable shell where we don't have to confront painful truths just yet. It's as if you're walking through life with a pair of foggy glasses. Everything feels distorted, and it's hard to see the road ahead clearly. You might find yourself thinking, this can't be happening. Things will get back to normal. But normalcy may be just an illusion, one that keeps you from engaging with the truth of your situation. By remaining in this state of denial, you might miss out on valuable lessons hidden within the pain and disruption. So, what would happen if you let that fog lift, allowing yourself to acknowledge the unsettling truths around you? Would it feel terrifying, or would it empower you to take the next step forward? Facing your circumstances head-on can be daunting, but it's the first crucial step towards understanding the greater narrative of your life. Then comes anger, that fierce engine that can either drive you to change or immobilize you in frustration. It's often the second stage in Kübler-Ross's stages of grief, and it can manifest in many ways: rage at the world, resentment toward others, or even self-directed disappointment. Have you ever found yourself gripped by this fiery emotion, wondering how to channel it productively? It's in these moments that you must ask yourself, how can I transform this anger into a force for good in my life? If you sit with your anger, giving yourself permission to fully feel it without judgment, you may discover that it has a unique message for you. This emotion may be urging you to change your circumstances, push boundaries, or set new goals. However, if you repress this anger, it may fester within you, leading to feelings of helplessness and despair. Kübler-Ross reminds us that it's essential to honor these emotions rather than dismiss them. They are signals that something needs to change. Now, let's bring this closer to home. Think of a time when you faced a significant challenge. Did you experience denial? Perhaps you brushed off the seriousness of the situation by convincing yourself it wasn't as bad as it seemed. And what about anger? Did it bubble to the surface, motivating you to take action or engaging in unhealthy habits as a result of feeling stuck? Reflecting on these moments allows you to understand your emotional landscape better, empowering you to navigate future challenges with greater clarity. But as we dig deeper, it's vital to ask ourselves, what lessons can we extract from this emotional turmoil? How might acknowledging our denial and harnessing our anger propel us toward a more authentic existence? Can you envision a path where these emotions don't dictate your choices, but rather guide you toward growth? By recognizing and validating your emotional responses, you open the door to understanding your true self. You begin to peel back the layers of conditioning and expectations, discovering who you are beneath all the noise and chaos. It transforms the chaos into a dance of self-discovery, a journey where you are not just a passive spectator, but an active participant shaping your reality. As we continue to unravel the complexities of existence, let's foster a conversation about our emotional experiences. Have you ever felt a surge of anger that ignited a change in your journey? What lessons can be gleaned from that emotion? Share your thoughts below. Let's engage in a dialogue about the importance of acknowledging the full spectrum of our feelings. By sharing your experiences, you not only contribute to your own healing, but also inspire others who may be grappling with their tumultuous emotions. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. If you have ever felt denial or anger while navigating your life's challenges, leave a comment below and let's talk about it. Your journey is unique, and understanding these dynamics is essential as we continue to explore the meaning of existence together. As we wade deeper into the emotional waters of our existence, we encounter a particularly complex phase, the negotiation stage. This is where many of us find ourselves frantically searching for answers, attempting to make sense of the chaos that life throws our way. We bargain with ourselves, with fate, or even with a higher power, all in an effort to regain some semblance of control. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, if only I could do this differently, maybe then I wouldn't be here? This negotiation is an intrinsic part of our process, but it can also trap us in a repetitive cycle of frustration and despair. Kübler-Ross tells us that this stage follows anger, and it marks a desperate plea for clarity and resolution. Often, we engage in a mental tug-of-war, weighing our options against the stark reality we face. We might tell ourselves, if I just manage to accomplish this one thing, then everything will be all right. Have you ever found yourself caught in such a mental loop? It's as if you're trying to align the stars to create a perfect scenario, believing that once you have the right conditions, you'll feel at peace. However, what happens when those conditions never materialize? This is where negotiation transforms into a weight that pulls us deeper into melancholy. You may begin to feel trapped by the unresolved questions and endless what-ifs. The pressure builds, and soon enough, a fog of depression envelops your mind, masking the path ahead. You might feel as though you're on a carousel that spins too fast for you to hop off, each turn only amplifying your sense of being lost. But doesn't this cyclical nature mirror the very essence of our existence? Life isn't a straight road lined with answers. Rather, it's a labyrinth filled with twists, dead ends, and surprises. As you entangle yourself in negotiation, pause and consider, what are you truly seeking? Are you searching for validation, for meaning, or perhaps for a guiding light in the dark? When we recognize that negotiation isn't just about trying to escape our reality, but understanding it more deeply, we can begin to reframe our experience. Imagine yourself standing before a closed door. You can pound on it, demanding it to open, or you can take a step back and ask yourself what lies beyond it. What if approaching that door with curiosity rather than frustration led to new discoveries? This shift in perspective is crucial as we work to untangle the emotional thicket that surrounds us. The next time you find yourself deep in negotiation, try to engage in reflective journaling. Write down the questions flooding your mind. What are the answers you're desperately grasping for? Consider each thought not as an insurmountable hurdle, but as a stepping stone on your path. Can you allow yourself to feel the weight of the negotiation without succumbing to it? Kübler-Ross's work reminds us that understanding our emotional processes is not a linear path. Allowing yourself to feel lost is a crucial aspect of finding your way. Each negotiation you enter into is a dialogue, not just with the world around you, but with yourself. Acknowledge that it's perfectly okay to feel stuck. In fact, it's in that very essence of feeling that your deepest desires might start to surface. Now, let's take a moment to reflect. What does negotiation look like in your life right now? How does it affect your mindset and your emotional well-being? Are there specific situations that trigger this negotiating behavior? I encourage you to share your insights and experiences with us. What's your secret negotiation strategy when you feel lost in your journey? It's vital to share our struggles and brainstorm together. When we invite dialogue around these topics, we create a supportive community where we can learn from one another's journeys. Just because we all experience negotiation doesn't mean we have to endure it in solitude. Remember, by shedding light on your negotiation experiences, you contribute to a valuable conversation that can serve others who feel similarly trapped. Decoding these emotions is part of the journey toward understanding our existence. So, let's keep this conversation going, dive into those thoughts, and together we'll navigate the complexities that can bring joy, clarity, and empowerment. Share in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. As we traverse this intricate emotional landscape, we inevitably encounter another significant phase in our journey, the stage of depression. This can feel like a shadow looming over our existence, pushing us deeper into a state of despair. You may experience it as a heaviness in your chest or a persistent fog shrouding your thoughts, making even the simplest tasks feel monumental. It's essential to recognize this stage as a natural part of the grieving process, a reflection of the deep emotional work that can occur when we confront loss or significant change. But what does depression truly signify in the context of our emotional evolution? Many of us initially react to the onset of depression with denial. I shouldn't be feeling this way, or I'll just shake it off. Yet, in trying to ignore our feelings of sadness, we may inadvertently prolong our suffering. What if, instead of resisting this state, you allowed yourself to truly feel the weight of it? Kübler-Ross encourages us to lean into our experiences and stay present even during the darkest times. But how do we do this effectively? It starts with acknowledgement. When sadness washes over you, try to pause and assess the emotions bubbling to the surface. Ask yourself, what is this feeling telling me? What aspects of my life am I struggling to accept? By engaging in this dialogue with your sadness, you can glean valuable insights, transforming the weight of your emotions into fuel for growth. Picture for a moment that your emotional world is like a garden. Depression, in this metaphor, resembles the storm clouds that roll in unexpectedly, threatening to uproot your budding plants. During such storms, the terrain can look desolate and uninviting. But once the storm passes, you may find that the soil is richer, primed for new growth. In the same way, confronting your feelings of sadness can allow you to emerge on the other side with newfound clarity and resilience. So what if instead of fearing depression, you chose to view it as part of your life's natural cycle? The ebb and flow of emotions are essential in cultivating the depth of your character. When you allow yourself to experience sad moments, you create space for joy to flourish later. This is important to reflect upon. How might your experiences with depression serve as a foundation for renewal? While navigating through this phase, consider practicing self-compassion. Take gentle steps towards self-care by engaging in activities that soothe your spirit, perhaps a warm bath, listening to music, or spending time in nature. These actions don't erase the sadness, but rather provide a balm for your wounded heart. Remember, it's okay to ask for help as well. Sharing your experience with friends, family, or a professional can lighten the load. Have you ever reached out to someone during your darkest moments? If not, could it be time to consider this approach? It's also essential to avoid isolating yourself during this phase. As you share your story and acknowledge your depression, you might discover that others resonate with your experience. It's a reminder that you are not alone in your struggles. You may find companionship and support from those who have walked similar paths. The power of connection can kindle hope in the most trying times. As we unpack this stage of depression in our existential journey, reflect on your own feelings and experiences. How has depression shaped your understanding of yourself? Have there been breakthroughs that emerged from moments of despair? Dive into these contemplations and remember, your story has the potential to resonate with others in profound ways. Share your experiences in the comments. I would love to hear how you cope or have coped through stages of depression. By engaging in this dialogue, we can create a sanctuary of shared understanding and compassion for one another. Each voice contributes to a rich tapestry of resilience and hope, reminding us all of the beautiful complexity of our human emotions. Let's continue to explore this delicate dance of emotions, inviting healing and growth with each step we take together. Your journey matters, and the insights you share can light the way for others. Remember, it's through vulnerability that we find our strength. So embrace the process and let's journey onward. As we emerge from the weighty shadows of depression, we find ourselves faced with the vital stage of acceptance. Acceptance is often misinterpreted as a resignation to our circumstances, but in reality, it is anything but passive. It is a powerful, active state, a declaration that we acknowledge our reality and are ready to embrace it, imperfections and all. This transformative stage hinges on our ability to let go of what we cannot change, to release our grip on denial, anger, bargaining, and even depression. It's a resolution to welcome the new reality that has unfolded, a reality that may differ vastly from our previous expectations and dreams. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean. The waves crash against the shore, unpredictable and wild, much like the emotions that have washed over you in recent times. Instead of resisting the tide, what if you chose to accept the rhythm of the waves? What if you allowed their ebb and flow to become part of your journey? Acceptance is similar to this. It's acknowledging both the high and low tides of life without fighting against what is. It means acknowledging that your feelings are valid, that your experiences are genuine, and that you are deserving of compassion as you forge through to the other side. But how do we cultivate this stage of acceptance within ourselves? First, it helps to reflect on the reasons behind our resistance. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? Are there expectations that have caused you pain? Exploring these questions can serve as a beacon, guiding you towards a clearer understanding of the path to acceptance. Kübler-Ross eloquently articulates that acceptance does not signify the end of sorrow. Rather, it lays the groundwork for growth and healing. This stage can be likened to the natural process of grief, where the sorrow eventually gives way to an appreciation for the moments that shaped our lives, both good and bad. Allow yourself to feel the weight of this journey. Consider the lessons learned, the strength gained, and the resilience that has blossomed even from the darkest experiences. Acceptance also invites us to see the beauty in imperfection. Look around you. Can you identify something imperfect yet beautiful in your life? Perhaps it's a cherished scar, a sign of healing, or a memory tinged with both pain and joy. Acceptance is a celebration of our journey in totality, integrating every fragment of our lives into one coherent narrative. It calls forth the courage to face ourselves, stripped of illusions. In this stage of acceptance, it might be useful to engage in mindfulness practices. These can ground you in the present, allowing you to embrace your feelings without judgment. Take a moment each day to breathe deeply and acknowledge where you are emotionally. What does acceptance feel like in your body? Is it releasing tension, opening your heart, or finding a sense of peace? Take time to explore these sensations, allowing them to guide you toward deeper acceptance. As we reflect upon this profound stage, consider what acceptance means in your life. Do you carry any burdens that hinder your journey toward acceptance? How can you begin to release them? Be vulnerable with yourself in this exploration. By facing these truths, you step into a broader understanding of your soul's path. Let's keep this discussion alive. Have you ever found the strength to accept a difficult situation? What were the steps that led you there? I encourage you to share your experiences in the comments below. Expressing our journeys encourages others who might be struggling to acknowledge their own paths toward acceptance. Each story shared is a testament to human spirit and endurance. Together, let's walk into the light that acceptance brings. This stage signifies not just an end, but a new beginning, a chance to redefine our narratives and set forth on new adventures with clarity and purpose. Acceptance can be profoundly liberating, a space in which we can finally breathe freely, no longer weighed down by unmet expectations or haunting regrets. As we journey onward, remember, embracing acceptance is not a sign of weakness, but rather a mark of strength. It equips us with the wisdom to navigate our lives with integrity and authenticity. So, let us celebrate this phase and all the insights it offers. Your journey towards acceptance and the reflections that arise from it enrich not just your life, but also the lives of others who walk this path with you. Let's embrace this beautiful complexity of our human experience together. As we traverse the landscape of acceptance, we ultimately reach the culmination of our emotional journey, the stage of personal transformation. This is not just a final destination, but a vivid rebirth, one where the wisdom we've garnered through our emotional experiences begins to crystallize into a profound understanding of ourselves and the world around us. The journey through denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance has prepared us for this transformative phase, where we can integrate all we have learned into our evolving identities. Imagine standing at the brink of a vast horizon at dawn, the sun slowly emerging, illuminating the world around you. This moment symbolizes the dawning of a new chapter in your life, a chapter where you fully embrace your narrative with all its shades and colors. Transformation isn't about erasing past wounds or pretending they never existed. Instead, it's about wearing those scars like badges of honor, acknowledging where you have been while paving the way for who you are becoming. Kübler-Ross emphasizes that transformation arises from the acceptance of our realities. But what does personal transformation genuinely entail? It's a layering process comparable to the rings of a tree, where each year the joys and sorrows, experiences and lessons adds to the richness of who we are. In this phase, you reflect on how far you've come, acknowledging the roadblocks that once seemed insurmountable. You may ask yourself, what have I learned about myself during this journey? How have my relationships evolved? What core values have emerged from my trials? The beauty of transformation lies in its capacity for infinite renewal. Each day brings an opportunity to reinvent yourself and your perceptions. As you navigate through life, you can choose to engage with your experiences more consciously. Have you ever taken a moment to consider how your hardship has influenced your values, ambitions, or views toward others? Transformation often ignites a newfound compassion within us, the ability to empathize with others because we have walked in their shoes, confronted our fragility, and come out stronger. One powerful way to embrace this stage is through storytelling. Reflect on your experiences and share them, whether through art, writing, or conversation. Storytelling allows us to process and articulate our journeys, creating a connection not only with ourselves, but also with others who may find resonance in our tales. Think about how sharing your story could empower not just you, but those around you. What lessons can your narrative impart? How could your journey inspire someone else who may be traversing similar territory? The transformation that follows acceptance can also coincide with a shift in priorities. As you let go of old narratives that no longer serve you, you might find clarity in your passions and aspirations. What dreams have emerged from your past pain? What new goals may arise? Just as a butterfly emerges from its chrysalis, you too can spread your wings and explore what it means to live authentically and fearlessly. Embrace the notion that transformation does not mean perfection. Instead, it acknowledges the continual unfolding of your journey as an ever-evolving masterpiece. Mistakes will still be made, challenges will continue to arise, but with a transformed perspective, you can approach these obstacles as opportunities for further growth rather than setbacks. Now let us ponder together. If your life is a canvas being painted each day, what colors do you want to use moving forward? Are you ready to embrace bold strokes, new creations that reflect your deeper self? I invite you to reflect on this and share your thoughts. What lessons from your past inspire your newfound vision for the future? By sharing this journey, we interweave our narratives into a collective story that speaks of growth and resilience. Engaging in this dialogue can bring clarity not only to yourself, but to others who navigate their transformations as well. Remember, each of us is a thread in this intricate tapestry of human experience, and your voice will contribute unique patterns and vibrancy to the whole. As we wrap up this chapter on transformation, allow yourself to fully immerse in the joy and excitement of what lies ahead. Own your journey and the metamorphosis it has inspired within you. Be bold in pursuing your passions and dreams. It's through embracing transformation that we step into our fullest selves, radiating a light that encourages others to embark on their transformative journeys. Together, let's celebrate the beautiful complexity and courage inherent in the human experience. Your journey is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Let's carry that forward, hand in hand. As we conclude our exploration of emotional journeys, we find ourselves at the confluence of all the stages we have traversed: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance, and transformation. This is where we find both the resolution and the invitation to take our experiences and share them with the world. It is not just an ending, but a profound invitation to live intentionally moving forward. How do we carry the lessons from our journey into our everyday lives? First, let's consider how we can integrate these experiences into our daily routines and interactions. Recognizing that each stage we have navigated, no matter how challenging, has shaped us offers a powerful perspective. We carry the weight of our journeys not as burdens, but as testaments to our resilience. How can you transform those lessons into tools for everyday living? Think about crafting personal rituals or practices that acknowledge the phases of your emotional evolution. Perhaps it's writing down a mantra that speaks to the heart of your transformation, or creating a vision board that encapsulates your renewed aspirations. What actionable steps can you take today to embody this newfound understanding? Kübler-Ross eloquently shares that the stages of grief and healing are not linear. They are part of a continuous cycle. With this in mind, it's essential to practice self-compassion as you navigate future challenges. Life will inevitably bring changes, and as you face them, you may find yourself feeling echoes of past emotions. This time, however, you will be equipped with a greater understanding of how to process them. Picture yourself in a difficult moment, perhaps returning to the feelings of anger or sorrow. Instead of pushing these emotions away, take a moment to breathe and acknowledge where you are. What if you allow these emotions to inform you, guiding you back toward acceptance and transformation? In our relationships with others, sharing our journeys can create profound connections. When we express our thoughts, fears, and triumphs, the very essence of our experiences, we foster spaces of vulnerability. This act of sharing is both a gift and a bridge. It invites others to share their stories and thereby cultivates empathy. Think back to a time when you heard someone else's story and how it resonated with you. Have you considered how your insights might serve to uplift or guide someone else? Reflect on the moments when your own vulnerabilities have brought you closer to others. How can these moments shape your approach to the world moving forward? Further, consider the ripple effect of your journey. When you embrace your emotional evolution, you encourage others to do the same. Your willingness to share your process, be it in conversation, art, or social media, can inspire others who are struggling. We all carry wounds, and often our collective healing happens when we lend each other our strength. What are the ways you can inspire and support those around you? As we stand at the precipice of this new phase of intentional living, it is important to allow yourself to dream boldly. With the insights gleaned from your journey, you can create a vision for your future that is bright and encompassing. What do you want your legacy to be? Picture not just your immediate goals, but also the long-lasting impact you wish to impart on your community and the world. Do not shy away from ambition. Rather, embrace it fully, knowing that your journey has equipped you with unique insights that can foster genuine change. Finally, let's take a moment to reflect on gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful tool in maintaining perspective on our journeys. What have you learned to appreciate more in your life as a result of navigating your emotional landscape? Each moment of struggle has brought you closer to understanding what truly matters. By centering gratitude in your heart, you cultivate a mindset that allows room for joy, hope, and possibility. As we bring our dialogue full circle, let's honor the journey, not as a solitary experience, but as a collective human narrative. Your path has been intertwined with universal themes: triumphs and trial, joy and pain, hope and despair. Allow yourself to fill in the words of this narrative with a renewed commitment to live authentically and generously. Share your reflections in the comments, and let's celebrate the rich diversity of our experiences together. In closing, remember that your journey is uniquely yours, yet profoundly connected to the greater story that we all partake in. Together, we can carry forward our knowledge, supporting one another, and creating a tapestry woven with resilience, hope, and the beauty of the shared human experience. Let us step into this new chapter, hand in hand, ready to shine our light in the world. Your journey matters, and so do you.